Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new or just clicked on this video, thank you so much. My name is Alexis and this is the Goddess of Daydreams Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a special reading on the new moon in Sagittarius and the 1212 portal reading. Now, with these two energies combined, what does that mean? So with the 1212 portal, this is basically a completion of cycles and starting new cycles, letting go of old habits, old ways, old patterns, old cycles, and welcoming new energies into our lives. Now, that being with the Sagittarius new moon, this is a great opportunity to start our intentions of manifesting new ideas, new projects, new energies into our lives. The vitality, the optimism, and hopefulness back into our energies when it comes to wanting to achieve great things for ourselves, along with being open to being educated and seeking knowledge and ways of making our lives better, however you see fit, whether it be for finances, whether it be for love, whether it be for just overall energies in general. We are in with this new moon and this portal, we are closing out the old and welcoming in the new with bright expectations and hopefulness within the energy. So, with this reading, I'm going to be seeing the energies that the universe is bringing to us, how we can utilize them, or utilize them, and how they can help us overcome any challenges or obstacles that we are facing. I'm going to be using the Shapeshifter Oracle, too many cards, Spirit, to start off to see the energies that are going to help us transform and make us into better versions of ourselves as we are entering this portal and this new moon energy. Now, what's good about this portal energy is that it lasts until not September, January 1st, 2024. So we have the whole month of December to really plan our intentions and wanting to seek new ways of changes, new ways to change ourselves for the better. So with that said, let's get right into it. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I hope everyone's hydrated, in a good festive mood. And if not, I hope this reading lifts up your spirit. So, Spirit, what do you have for my collective? A beautiful little worm. Take care of yourself. I remember I had gotten this card back a couple of months ago. I believe it was either a full moon in Capricorn reading. And what I'm actually getting here is kind of a little bit from that reading, but it is time for us to close portals and cycles of I'm picking up, hold on. Let me know what it is, Spirit. Cycles of like depriving ourselves from joy, from being happy, from being fulfilled. And we are entering a new cycle where we are taking care of our energies, the energies of knowing that we are worthy of peace, of happiness, of rest, of relaxation, of having a good time. Especially with this take care of yourself, what this cycle, what this portal and this new moon wants us to do is we need to start taking better care of ourselves, whether that be spiritually, mentally, physically, or emotionally. Whatever old ways that we have been used to trying to either ignore or kind of subdue whatever energies that we have been neglecting or putting off, it is time that we face these energies and close those out or put them to rest. Anything else from this card, Spirit? A lot of people in the collective right now, what I'm sensing is I kind of sense a big type of vulnerable energy that is needed, but people are kind of having a hard time being vulnerable. And I can understand why. Like, we're living in a time that anyone can use anything to use it against you. they would take something so innocent, and they will weaponize it against the person. It was kind of like earlier, I was looking at this video where this girl, she was basically pleading through the camera about her life to stop using these images that she did not even post it. Someone had generated an AI picture of her, and basically had her nude and was spreading it across the internet. Something so simple, just an image of your face, can now be used as a weapon against you. And I understand we have to make sure that we need to have boundaries and protect our energy. But at the same time, we also have to be vulnerable to each other. We have to, I don't want to say expose, but going back to, I'm just picking up this energy of vulnerability, because that is how you're really going to discover your true self, your true power. And also through vulnerability, you will understand the type of healing that needs to take place, whatever certain energies or requirements that you're going to need in order to take care of yourself. So also what I'm getting with this portal energy is that we need to embrace our vulnerability. Of course, have boundaries and have your protection, but make sure that you are giving yourself a chance to be vulnerable in the right spaces and in the right time. Of course, you cannot just be vulnerable with just anyone these days, because like I said, people have bad intentions. People want to hurt, because hurt people want to hurt people, and continue this cycle. So it's really good for this 12-12 portal that we close this cycle of hurting people just for the sake of hurting people. And we begin this cycle of healing ourselves and teaching ourselves how to be human again, how to be vulnerable again, how to take care of ourselves again and each other, and understanding that we are human and we need to embrace one another with respect with respect and consideration. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to pull some Clo cards to pull out some energy of this portal and this new moon. And maybe, because the other message that I'm getting from here is that being with this new moon in Sagittarius, we really need to start going within ourselves and kind of relearning, or for even some of us, like maybe it's decolonizing our minds. That's one word that I'm getting, but it's basically you have to unlearn everything that you have learned when it comes to taking care of yourselves and others. Maybe for some of you, you were taught that in order for you to take care of yourself, you need to do A, B, and C, and D. But, that formula does not work out for you because you're feeling yourself that you have been deprived of your energy, of your light, of your talents, of whatever that makes you you. So now you must find your new formula in order for you to be you again. And that's totally fine, because in human life, we are always a growing and learning process. We learn lessons so that we can become better versions of ourselves. All right. And let me get one more, Spirit. All right. Now that I'm thinking about it with my last reading, because I keep getting that Capricorn energy, it's also a requirement that how we take care of ourselves becomes a discipline, becomes a routine, becomes something that we are going to be using in our daily lives. So that way, our energy, our time, our effort, our power, our magic is not being used and abused, and that we know how to protect ourselves, but also know how to be open with one another. Now, first card I have out here is the Fly card. So I'm getting a lot of angelic communications coming from this card. And for some of you, if you have been seeing birds, those are your ancestors and angels trying to contact you and trying to get you to notice their presence. For some of you, you could be having a bird spirit around you. You might want to look up, I'm sensing for some of you, you might have a spirit animal that's like an eagle, a sparrow, a robin. I'm even being told for some of you guys, the phoenix. You might want to look up all of these or like mystical birds. I'm sensing. I don't know. I'm just getting like all of these birds in my head. Uh Not like in the movie with the Hitchcock movie, but like all of these divine birds are like being swarmed around people. They're trying to deliver a message. Interesting, spirit. Now, what I'm also getting from here, like especially with like a phoenix energy, a lot of your spirits are asking you that it's time for you to be reborn and it's time for you to let go of the old version of you. Maybe for some of you, you guys are having a hard time letting go old patterns and ways about yourself, even though you are aware and you know and you're being honest with yourself that there are certain things that are causing a lot of toxicity within your life. You're having a hard time letting go. These birds are trying to communicate to you to let you know you must let go now. You must let go now. While this gate is open, you must surrender that energy to the gate so you can finally be reborn. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let me get a sip of water after that. Yes, okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit is wanting you to surrender. That is the first step to being vulnerable with yourself. That is the first step of taking care of yourself. Yes, acknowledging and being truthful to yourself is part of the process. But for some of you that are having a hard time trying to let that go, that is the first step that you need to do in order to heal and become a better version of yourself. You must surrender. Next, I have the dream card here. Now, for a lot of you, I'm picking up, you could have been having dreams lately that are very prophetic or really intense and insightful. Definitely in my household, including me, like my family, we have been having a lot of intense dreams that are very symbolic. A lot of energies, if not through birds, then through dreams, are trying to contact us to let us know that we must make certain changes within our lives, that we must let go of certain ways of thinking or processing or doing in order to make room for the new energies in our lives. For some of you, for your dreams, it could be showing a toxic pattern or a toxic habit that you are either aware or unaware of. And within that dream, it is going to show you the consequences if you do not put a control or a handle on this, or like I had said earlier, surrender these issues to the divine or to this portal. So for a lot of you guys, this is with this reading going on, expect for December that you guys are going to be having a lot of spiritual contact through dreams, through birds, or however spirit is trying to get to you. For some of you, it could be synchronicities. For some of you, it could be patterns. For some of you that keep seeing coincidences happen, that is the angels and your guides trying to speak to you. Because last, I have the mirror here. Spirit needs you to start self-reflecting on your energy, on yourself, how you think, how you act, how you behave, how you carry yourself, how if you're being honest with yourself or not. Spirit needs you to reflect in order for you to again feel vulnerable and surrender whatever energies that you're having a hard time letting go. Excuse me 1 second. And I have gotten this mirror card quite a few times in a couple of my readings, especially for the 2024 readings, you may go and check that out. But what I'm also getting strongly from this card too is that spirit and the divine want you to be a reflection of their power, of their light, of their divine energy. You should be a reflection of God's light, a reflection of God's power, a reflection of God's love. But you cannot reflect on that energy if you continue to hold on to old ways of thinking, of doing, of acting and behaving, knowing that it is bad for you and you can change for the better. Maybe for some of you, you feel like if I, do this, if I change a certain way, then people are going to change up on me and they're going to think I'm being a certain way or I'm being fake or whatever. You need to also let that go. Stop thinking about how others are going to judge you. Let them judge you. What are they going to do? Talk shit? Like that is all they can do. You have to realize that people's opinions about you are going to be irrelevant, because at the end of the day, the only one who can change you is you. Like, yes, you could probably take some people's opinions into consideration depending on the position and the experience on where they have been in life. Like, I'm going to say, like, for example, in my family, like, I'm definitely going to be taking the opinions of my mother seriously, because she has definitely been through multiple layers of hell, and she has seen a lot of horrible things happen in her life and during her life, especially her stories in the 80s. Like, oh my goodness. But this is a person that I know I can trust their words and their opinion, because again of how they lived, what they learned, and how they gained experience through whatever situation. So you also need to learn how to, what's the word I'm looking for? Excuse me, you guys. You need to learn to use your discernment when people are trying to say something about you. Now, especially on the internet. If you want to go and make changes on your life, but you're afraid of what other people are going to think about you, then you are not living your life to the fullest. You are not being happy, and you are not living in your truth, because other people are too busy being afraid to live in their truth, or they're too busy being afraid to think differently or to do things differently, because they're used to doing what others have either told them to do or what is good for them or for society. We are breaking away from that energy. We're breaking away from the sense of not breaking away from the energy of not allowing others to think for you, and you are finally thinking for yourself. Yes, it's going to be scary, but like I said, the only person who's able to change their lives for the better is you. Do not allow other people's opinions to dictate and tell you how you should live life, or how you should be, or how you should achieve. Let that be for your own let that be for your own ruling. You must go and have the experience of life so that you can understand and gain the experience and abilities of learning how to take care of yourself, learning how to understand your energy, and learning how to be discerning and trusting of yourself and of others that you see fit. Now, I hope you guys are enjoying this reading. Please give it a like, share, and if you have been enjoying my content, please subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will give tremendous support to my channel. Now, I'm going to pull out some tarot to go a little bit further into this reading. Now, for some of you, again, I'm kind of picking up, like, probably having a hard time trying to figure out, like, how am I supposed to learn my discernment? How am I supposed to learn how to trust my gut, or know what's good for me or what's not good for me? Start off with the basics. What is something that makes you happy? What is something that brings you peace? What is an energy that you know that you can always go and trust? And if you do not have any energies around you that you can't trust, You can always go to your guides, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides. Those are the ones that are trying to get you to trust in them first. And if you trust in your guides and the divine and through the universe and through God, then they will show you the way or a path to the people and to the energies that you will be able to trust. But first, you have to surrender and trust the divine in the process of helping you become better and helping you to learn your discernment and how to trust again. Or like maybe for some of you, you're trying to figure out, how do I know something that's good for me? Again, whatever makes you happy, whatever brings you joy, that doesn't include the energies of bringing other people down. All right. I'm going to leave that there because Spirit just told me stop. Everything is major arcanas here. So it's a lot of big magical energy happening within this portal and this new moon. And it is so, so, so important that you utilize this right before the New Year's. So, under a beautiful little worm, I have the World card here. The emphasis of closing cycles. You are done with the old version of yourself, and it's time for the new you to be reborn. He or she or they are waiting for you to ascend higher, or your higher self is ready to pick you up to take you to that next level. And then for some of you, being a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and what's the other one? Libra. You guys could also be strongly being affected by this portal energy. So make sure that your energy is grounded and that you're also setting up intentions for yourself, that you are being honest with yourself, that you're going to go through with them. Now, along also with this world card here, by next year, because at the time that I'm doing this, it's 2023, and maybe for some of you might be listening to this in 2024. By next year or this year, there's definitely going to be a new cycle entering in your life. And Spirit is putting you on this cycle because they're putting this trust in you that you're going to see through to this. There's a lot of you that are wishing and pleading and praying for a new energy, a new way to be shown to you, to be given to you. And that prayer is going to be answered. But you also must make sure that you're going to be mentally and spiritually and emotionally ready to go and take that step first, to go out into that path and go into the world, being ready to be vulnerable, being ready to learn, being ready to re-educate yourself, and being open to new experiences. Allow for whatever needs to die or to let go, die and let go, so that you can embrace the new. Now, under the Fly card, I have the Magician here. This is the energy where the divine is trying to get you to. They know that you are a magical, abundant person, full of all types of resources around you and available to you. And for some of you that don't feel like you don't have everything that you need or it's required for you to take these steps or to begin your journey, the divine will provide for you. But you are an abundant being, and the divine is trying to remind you of that. You don't have to be working for everything to gain whatever you want. A lot of you just need to realign yourself to the law of attraction and call to you all of your abundances and all your prosperity and all of your gains back to you. Especially with the Magician card here. This is also someone who has gained experience and the knowledge, because with the Magician, he went and opened himself to the esoteric knowledge of the wand, of the sword, of the pentacle, and of the cup. And he gained all sorts of experiences through these different type of magics and minor arcanas. And because of that, he's able to use the energy from each of the minor arcanas and use it for himself. as he sees fit. He learned everything he needed to learn to create his own formula. And that is what you must do. You need to create your own formula for the successes in life. And the divine is trying to make you realize to that. Excuse me. You have your own special code. You have your own special talents. And again, you have your own unique formulas and processes in order for you to gain whatever desires and dreams that you want. Because under the dream card here, I have the sun. This is your dreams being brought into the light, being brought into fruition. Excuse me. I love this energy here with the dream and the sun card here, because this is you or the collective realizing that you do have the power to bring something from the metaphysical and bring it into the actual physical realm, to take a thought, to take a form from the mind, from the ethereal, and bring it down into the physical. That is you alchemizing. That is you using the magician energy. That is you understanding your energy and process. That is also how you are taking care of yourself, because you are putting your energy into action and bringing in whatever dreams and desires that you want into fruition. For some of you, what I'm picking up right now, you could be suffering from certain ailments or illnesses. And I see that you're like, you know what? Not anymore. I'm going to take control of this and I'm going to overcome this. And I do see for a lot of you, especially going into the new year, you will be able to come over a lot of illnesses and ailments. Or maybe for some of you that may be something chronic. I do see that you're going to be taking a handle of it. And it's going to be, I understand maybe for some of you, it's something that's not going to be able to go away, but it is going to be able to be controlled and it will not be ruling over your life. Like, I'm going to say, like, in my life example, like, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes back in 2010. And I remember for a long time in my life, I was like, well, this is how my life is going to be. Just taking medications and, avoiding certain things in my life. But then one day, in one of the beginnings is my spiritual awakening, my mind, I don't know, it had to be my higher self, but she basically told me, like, I cannot do this anymore, no more. And when you hear a voice within yourself so clear and so loud, you either have two choices, either to hear it or to ignore it. I decided to hear it or to listen to it. And I decided to take the steps that I needed to do to get myself out of the medication. Right now, I'm no longer taking medication. And as far as I know, I don't even have to check my blood sugar. So I'm telling you this from my own testimony, that for those of you that are also struggling with a lot of ailments and illnesses, you can overcome them. But, going back to the taking care of yourself and the Sagittarian energy, you must find your own formula. And you must find your own routine and way that's going to help you overcome these sicknesses or illnesses. For me, I had to kind of relearn what my body really needs, what it was neglecting, how to tell the signs when I'm doing good or when I'm not. It's going to be a different case for everyone, but you will find the solutions and you will gain the answers, and you must apply it to you until you start seeing the results happening more fruitfully. Now, aside from the health part, again, it could be also dealing with relationships, dealing with businesses, either if you're working with somebody or working on your own situation. Whatever the case is that you dream or desire of doing or becoming, you are taking all of the magic and experiences that you have learned and you are bringing it into life. You are bringing this energy out. You are bringing it into the sunlight so that it can also begin to grow and receive the divine light. This could also be you finally receiving the downloads and the insight and the divine light that spirit is trying to call to you or give to you. This could also be a messages. This could be the messages from your divine guides, from whatever bird spirits or animal spirits are trying to give to you for you to receive so that you can continue on in your healing and spiritual journey. Now, last with the mirror, I have the Tower. Man, I haven't pulled this Tower card in a while. Now, what I'm getting from this Tower is that as you finally reflect on yourself and you are letting go of old ways, old energies, old cycles, old way of thinkings, anything old or stagnant about yourself, and releasing it to the divine, a lot of things are going to be crumbling around you. And this is good. If anything, take the Tower as a positive message, because now spirit sees that you are dedicated to yourself, that you're dedicated to taking care of yourself and your goals and dreams. So now they can finally remove the blockages and obstacles out of your way, because you are now committed to yourself. You're committed to your well-being. You're committed to your happiness. You're committed to your power and to your connection to your higher self and to God. Now also with this Tower being here, this is going to be a lot of downfall for a lot of energies around you. For some of you, this could be companies, these could be families, these could be friend or relationship dynamics falling apart, because these are energies that no longer serve you. These are energies that hold you back or keep you in a certain cycle or pattern, because again, they know that if you go and excel, they will continue to stay stuck because they are afraid of changing. So they rather stay where they be and have others be around them, so they do not feel bad when they're busy doing the same pattern or cycle over and over again. But you using this Tower card, because I see it's like a combination of you and the divine using this Tower energy to bring a lot of dramatic and dynamic endings into not only your life but a lot of people's lives. Now, this also kind of brings some of the energy that I've been doing. By the way, I have finished all of my 2024 sneak peek readings. Please go take a look at that. But this Tower card here is definitely picking up on that energy from a lot of the 2024 readings. There's definitely going to be a lot of upheaval and a lot of dynamic changes happening within the zodiac community. And for a lot of you, you are definitely going to be contributing to these collapses of old ways of thinking and doing, and certain cycles and patterns that have happened in this world for quite a while. A lot of you guys are going to be keys of destruction, or I would say more like a lot of you guys are going to be the keys to a lot of divine destruction and clearing the path for a lot of your magic and a lot of this divine energy to come in and to close out a lot of cycles within you and around you. Excuse me. And as this process is happening, you are learning from it. You're seeing what is going to work, what doesn't work, what helps you, what hinders you, what helps others, and what hinders others. And through that, you're going to, as the collective, we're going to be learning and gaining new sight, new abilities, new ways of understanding each other, finally being vulnerable and respectful to each other, while continuing to making sure that our boundaries are respected, our wishes and our desires are respected, and that we are also not depleting ourselves and our energies to causes or to powers that just use and abuse. This Tower card is definitely being activated within this time. So make sure that, excuse me, make sure that through this time, you are setting the intentions and you're being honest with yourself. You're going to commit to yourself that you're going to let go of certain ways that are holding you back, or you're letting go of people or places or situations that you know are holding you back, or certain cycles and patterns that are holding you back. You're ready to activate this world card. This is a very, very powerful, deep reading, you guys. And Spirit is like stressing to me, to stress to you that you must end these cycles within yourself. You are the one that is going to bring the divine destruction that this world needs. You're going to be the one that's going to usher in this new knowledge and these new abilities to be gained and learned. And you will be the one that out of anyone who is going to be bringing in their dreams into a reality, or their wishes into a reality. Maybe for some of you, like I'm getting an example that if you are working to bringing your business to life, I do see that that is happening for a lot of you in 2024. Whether it's small or medium or big, you guys are making a big step, and that is going to be inspirational for many others to also begin their own projects or hobbies or businesses or changes in their life. Maybe for some of you, you are probably going sober, and you are going to be an inspirational to a lot of people who are also trying to get themselves clean. However you see fit, take it as it resonates. Whatever you are going to do, you are going to be an inspiration and an aspiration to many others to begin to do better for themselves. I'm going to pull one final card. My collective. I have the storm. The collective is becoming a giant storm. I see this going quite well with the tower. The storm card I see as the collective energy ready to clear out a lot of debris through destruction. I'm not going to say it's like physical destruction, but it's definitely a cleansing of a lot of energies that have been stagnant, that have been keeping a lot of people trapped, that have been keeping a lot of people stuck and subdued. This storm card here is the collective's energy being built up and gathered into something that a lot of people are not going to be able to avoid. This is also an energy that was kind of seen in the 2024 readings. This storm card here is, I'm going to be honest, a lot of people very fed up because they are tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again and not seeing any changes happening in their life. It's kind of like the definition of insanity. When you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect change, but it doesn't happen. What do you think is going to happen to that energy? Is that the cycle is not going to continue. It's going to come to a stop. It's going to build up so much, it's going to have to be released. And it's being released through this storm. Now, I will say we have to be strategically mindful on how this energy is going to be spread out, or how this energy is going to be released. Because yes, there is some type of destructiveness with the change, but we need to make sure that that destructive energy is, how can I put it? It's that destructive energy is going to clear the path to make our collective grow and change for the better and make room for new energies and new ways to come in. We don't want to be destructive just to be destructive and cause chaos. No, destructive energy comes because there needs to be room to clear and to remove and to bring light, the sun here, into areas and places that needed it. It's kind of like maybe like a hurricane going through like a tropical forest. Like, yes, certain trees are down and certain things are like all scattered and everything, but it does remove the dead trees from the roots. It also removes the certain shrubbery or the dead brushes out of the forest, so it can make room for new growth and new life to take place. And that is what I'm seeing with this storm card here. So it is also important with this storm card here that we're being mindful and taking care of our energies. We cannot allow destructive energies to overtake us. We must use it in a very productive and focused way, because this is also the divine granting us this energy, because it's trusting us that we're going to use this energy for good, for ourselves, and for the better of humanity. And with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please give it a like, share, and if you have been enjoying my content, please subscribe. I would definitely appreciate it, and it will be tremendous support to my channel. And if this did not resonate, please go and check out the other videos and messages on my channel. I would deeply appreciate that as well. So my collective, and to anyone who's listening to this, you are on the verge of changing for the better, but you must commit and promise and be honest with yourself that whatever cycles or patterns that you have been trapped in must be let go, and that you can trust the divine to guide you into how to let this go, or how to get onto this new path, and how to begin healing. If you cannot trust anyone, trust God. God will not fail you. God will lead you to where you need to be. God and your divine spirits will lead you to energies that will help uplift you, that will help guide you, that will help heal you, and that will help love you and respect you for who you are, so that you could be vulnerable and be true to yourself. And that is what the divine and God has the intention for humanity, to live as we please and learn and grow from each other, see the mistakes and learn from them and become better. We're not here to be perfect. We are here to do better. And that is all that the divine is requiring us to do. Along, get along and stuff like that. But yes, don't feel that you need to live or be a certain way. You are here to grow, you are here to learn, and you are here to be happy and live life as you see fit, as you please, in any ways that makes you happy. Also remember that the divine wishes for you to be happy, not for you to be chasing the bag always, or not for you to be trying to gain status or some type of name. Your happiness, what makes you happy, what makes you you, what makes you human. That is what the divine wants you to learn, and wants you to commit, and wants you to surrender and open yourself to. And with that said, stay safe and have a good day.